Congratulations, you're starting a new business, but you have few tools, few resources, and there's only so much you can do on your own. A quality check robot has just been delivered to help you make sure you don't ship something that's defective. But wait a minute, it needs to be set up. But how? You only have the user manual video to help you. When you're building something, do you like to use a how-to guide or a YouTube video? Or do you like to just try it on your own? When you go about solving a problem, how do you go about doing it? You've come up with an amazing idea and you want to share it with everybody. Entrepreneurship can strike at any moment, so get ready to transform your thoughts into reality. We're going to be doing the Kickstart a Business unit through the LEGO Spike Prime app. And I want you to be able to use your Spike Prime kit and do all the units on your own at a time that works best for you. So, if you want to do one of these units on your own, you can do them at your own pace, and you can do them by following the directions that are built into our Spike Prime app. So to do this, you go to the Spike Prime page, and we'll click on Unit Plans. For this one, we're going to go over to Kickstart a Business. Now, you could go through these procedures with any unit that interests you and do that unit on your own going forward. I'm happy to help if you run into an issue. Feel free to email me, to give me a call, or set up a Zoom meeting, and I can walk you through some of these steps if you're running into a challenge with any of these units. So we're going to go to Kickstart a Business, and we're going to start with Lesson 1, Place Your Order. And the purpose of this lesson is to really learn how to decompose a problem. So, do you read user manuals or watch video tutorials? When you get a new gadget and you need to set it up, how important are step-by-step instructions for you? Do you prefer videos or booklets? Let's watch this first video and see what we're going to be doing in this lesson. All right, the first thing we need to do is build our robot. So this is what it's going to look like after we build it. We're going to click on our build directions, and there are two steps to this, the idea detector and the robot head. Now, I'm going to click on these so that you can go through them on your own. And if you need help building this robot, I'm going to put a complete build of the robot at the very end. But the order you'll go through will be idea detector first, 13 steps. When you finish that one, you'll go over here to robot head, 17 steps. And at the end, you'll have a robot that looks just like this. Now you're ready for step 3 once you've built your robot. So our first step is we need to connect our hub. So I'm going to go ahead and share what it looks like on my lab. And so here's my robot. I've turned it on. And you may notice some question marks on my hub. That was because I was running into an issue with the hub and I just wanted to mark that it wasn't working correctly the other day. We figured out a way to fix that hub, and so I'm using it for this lesson. I push the Bluetooth button, and then I go over here to step 3 and I open my connection window. See, this one's called SP1 for Spretronics Prime 1, and I click on pair. I know it's connected because my light has turned solid blue. Now, we're going to play this program, and it's going to power up our robot. Let's go ahead and try it out. I push play, and let's see what happens. I see the eyes have turned on my robot. I see it move just a little bit, and I see what looks like a heart beating on the screen. Now, when I read through my code, I see that my two motors are A and F, and they're set to speed 75. And I see in the second step, I want them to go to position 0. So I look up at the top and I see that F is at position 0. A is a little bit off at 7, but they should have gone to position 0. I should have heard a sound, the cat meow, and then my eyes light up and the heart should beat about 10 times. After it's beaten 10 times, because I see this repeat 10, it's just going to turn on a heart and stay solid. So this stack will power up our quality check robot. Did yours power up? Did your heart beat? And did the eyes turn on? If all that happened, you're ready to go on to our next step. So our next step now is going to create a programming stack from this pseudocode. Now, what is pseudocode? Pseudocode is like a recipe or some guidelines for what we want to have happen. Pseudocode is great for planning out your code and planning out your robot. You can build robots, but if you can't code them, they're not going to be very useful for you. And before you start coding, it's a good idea to have an idea of what you're going for. So we are going to create a programming stack from this pseudocode. I see that I want to light up a heart, and then when I see the color violet, all right, that lets me know I need to use a color sensor. We should light up a smiley face, and then I see turn motor A 30 degrees, turn motor A negative 60 degrees, turn motor A 60 degrees, then turn motor A negative 30 degrees. Play a sound, and then light up a heart. So let's push play and see what we want our robot to do. It sees violet, it smiles, and we should see the quality check robot nod a few times. So now that we've seen our pseudocode and we've watched a video to see what moves we want our robot to make, we're ready to code that. So I'm going to minimize this video, and I'm going to leave our startup code intact, and I want to add a new event. And I want to add this when color sensor D, and I can look up at my screen and see that it's D. And I'm going to go ahead and put a violet one there, and I see that it changes. When color sensor D turns violet, we wanted to make a smiley face. I'm going to go back and double check my pseudocode. Turn motor A 30 degrees, turn motor A negative 60 degrees. So let's do that. So turn on a smiley face. Now I'm going to go over to my motors, and I'm going to run motor A 30, and I don't want rotations, that'll spin just a ton. I'm going to run it 30 degrees, and then we wanted to go negative 60, 60, and a negative 30. So I'm going to say negative is turning to the left or counterclockwise. I'm going to say 60 degrees. Then I want it to go back to the right, positive 60 degrees. And then finally, we want to get it back to that starting position. So I'm going to say left, and I'm going to say 30 degrees. All right, let me get my brick off there, and let's push play and just see if it moves whenever it sees violet. So I put violet there, and I see that it nods, and I saw that the head shook. I got a smiley face. I need to end it with a sound, and I can click on add sound, and I have a whole list to choose from. Let's just do an applause. And once I've selected that sound, I can select it from my menu. And I wanted to end it by turning the light as a heart. Now, I may not want to recreate that heart, so I'm going to click on this heart here and right-click it and duplicate it. So now I have a heart. So my code is ready to go. When my robot sees violet, it's going to shake its head, smile, and then display a heart. Now, we haven't told it to do anything with these other colors, so right now it's not going to do anything. All right, our next step, we're going to watch this video, and I want you to come up with some pseudocode for what should happen based on this video. So I'll push play, and I see we're using the green block. What did you notice happening? Again, the green block. What do you notice happening? Our quality check robot doesn't seem to like the color green. What face does it make? And then what does our motor do? And which motor moves? Motor A is this top motor that the eyes are attached to. And I see that my motor at the bottom, motor F, is probably the one that turns. So let's minimize this. And how would you start this code? I'd love it if you'd pause this video now and try the code on your own. And if you're running into a problem, I'm going to start coding it now. So I want to start mine with an event. And specifically, I want my event to be when it sees the color green. And I'm going to go ahead and test that and see if green shows up. It absolutely does. Now, when it sees green, I want it to turn on a face, but not a happy face. I want it to kind of make just a meh face. And then I want to turn motor F, because I want motor F to turn away. Now, I don't really know which way it needs to go. I do know I need to change it to F. The big motor. And let's see, I can turn it with my hand and see how the degrees change. So I see that it turns clockwise about 65 degrees to look away. So I'm going to push it back to where it should be. And I'm going to say turn clockwise 65 degrees. Let's see what happens. Let's see if that works. I'm going to take this off. When it pushes play, everything should go to 0. The light should turn on. And now if I put green here, it made a sour face and then turned. Maybe we should flip those. Flip the sour face. Let's set it for 3 seconds. And then let's tell it to go back to where it was. So run motor F to the left, 65 degrees. I'll push stop, then I'll push play to resend my code. Everything goes to 0. I can put my violet one and I see that it nods its head. I put my green one and it turns away, frowns at it, and then goes back. All right, that looks like that satisfied our video for step 5. So your next steps for this, what are you going to make it do when it sees red or blue? You should type out some pseudocode of some ideas of what you'd like to see happen, and then go through and code it. So our code is still here. We need to add some more, and you could always duplicate by right-clicking on your code, or you could start completely new. But what are you going to make it do when it sees red or blue? Is it going to like those packages, or is it going to say no and send those packages away?